Hello and welcome to Beyond the Gates, a D&D actual play podcast. My name is Bryleigh Myers and I play Aster Laveau. I am joined today by our venturing party. Friends, would you like to introduce yourselves?
I am Adam and I'll be playing Ruinel of Tarsus, a half-elf fighter.
I am Mitchell Butter Caldwell. I'll be playing Irit Hardstar, a half-elf, half-orc monk.
And my name is Chelsea Willis, and I play a level 5 cleric named Hope Brightshadow.
May we have our DM introduce himself?
My name's Jacob Breaux. I'm the Dungeon Master. And yeah, cool. I don't have anything else to say. Y'all have extra information. I don't have anything else to say.
Wait, I know who you is. You're Captain Indy.
Captain Indy never tells. The DM of many faces.
Many voices, some would say.
Last episode, we left off, and you guys had searched for a witch in a series of caves and had come up with maybe just some clues about where the witch had gone. And Ruinel, Captain Indy believed that possibly the witch would be able to get the soul of the Duchess, Sarah of Tarsus, out of the gem, but wasn't for sure, and your clues were kind of pointing you towards a fabled place called Talanthea. And I believe we got back on the ship, and we set sail, and that was where we ended the episode. And so as you guys are, starting to set sail in the air, you guys are starting to glide, I don't know, as the ship starts to fly back towards possibly where Talanthea could be located. As you continue to go, the sun's starting to set and it starts to rain. As you're taking a long rest on the ship, it's been a long few days. The rain starts as the sun sets, and the rain turns into thunder, and the thunder into lightning. And you're woken up with a loud crack. And as you open your eyes, everything around you is on fire, and you can feel the wind is starting to whip a little bit harder than it had before. And you realize that the ship is actually falling.
Uh-oh.
And as you try to figure out what's going on, everything turns to black.
Fun.
And then we wake up.
And it was all a dream.
As you start to regain consciousness, you feel drenched, and a coat of sand on your face.
I'm wet.
I've always hated sand.
It's coarse, and it gets everywhere.
And so, as you start to look around, why don't you make me a perception check, everyone, players?
Got a crispy 13.
Okay.
A 4.
It's a 9.
Okay.
We are not very
So pretty much everyone in the party except for Irit has no clue what's going on and is still a little dazed and confused. Irit, you can see that you're on a shore of a small island in the middle of the ocean. And you can see the rest of the party has washed up kind of around you, several feet away from you, but everyone's generally landed kind of pretty close as far as like geographical terms go.
Oh, dang it. Wake up! Wake up!
What's going on?
We're on an island. It seems we got flushed away.
So we seem to have landed okay, at the very least.
I think we're lost.
Where are we? Ruinel starts like getting up and looking around and still dazed and confused for a little bit.
Did we get sold again?
This is disgusting.
Where's Captain Indy?
Irit, why don't you go ahead and roll me an investigation check?
Ooh. I got a 10.
You see parts of the ship have also washed up onto the shore, but you don't see Captain Indy.
Mamma mia! No!
the voice crack.
Yeah.
He's missing the cookies already.
Not Jacob killing the first NPC we've cared about so early on.
You cared about her. She didn't care about us.
Oh, well, this is just great.
Well.
Rowanel's like now just like kind of looking around like the water and the beach and everything around them. This is just great. First we can't even find the witch at the cave, and now we're stuck on an island in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, can you tone it down a bit, please? That's not helping.
Yeah, you're kind of ruining my vibe.
There are more important things in your emotions right now.
The ship is destroyed. It's over there. Actually, do I see the ship or?
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
It's a little bit here, it's a
Perception,
little bit there, it's a little bit
Just
everywhere.
to see. Now that you've kind of woken up, we'll see if you can perceive a little bit better.
So that's a 7. So I still don't see the ship.
No, yeah, you're just so like furious and angry
Yes.
about what's happened that you're not even like looking around you.
No, like a crab is just on my face. I can't even see anything.
You
got
have
sand in your eyes?
Yeah, so Ruinel still hasn't noticed the ship.
Okay, then never mind.
Oh man, my favorite board is right here. It's not part of the ship anymore. I etched my name in it and everything.
When did you find the time to do that?
Shush.
Like when you were sleeping.
It's because I'm fast and you're slow. Oh
So-
no, the line goes. It's because I'm fast. You're not. That's how I did it.
Fast. Too fast. Cut the light off and was in bed before the room was done. Fast. So Hope wants to look at the stars and the surrounding areas to see if she can tell by looking if she knows where they're at.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and roll investigation?
Wait, so is it day or is it night right now?
That is a 10. Because I have a -1.
So as you look up to the sky and you look at the star, the singular star, it's very bright and it hurts your eyes. And you go, oh, it's daytime.
Well, it was dark there for a while.
Why are you looking at the star?
It hurts.
Why are you staring at the star?
I thought it was dark.
There's blue in the sky.
Eric looks at his imaginary watch.
I imagine Hope just thought it was dark because she was still face down in the sand and then rolled over to look at the stars and went,
That's actually really funny.
No, she's like what is it, like a flamingo? Like, she's like their head is still buried in the
yeah,
sand.
it's still buried in the sand.
It's an ostrich.
Ostrich, but yeah.
Whatever, same thing. There's still a bird.
Opens her eyes,
Only
gets
one
sand, and
flies.
it rolls over. Ah!
Is there any sort of like tree or foresty situation? Because like we've established that there's sand, but
Yeah,
is
so
there anything for me to kind of actually go and look around in? Because it's obvious there's pieces of the ship, but I want to see what's actually around us and like what the situation is.
yeah, so I guess Astra's getting up and gonna go start looking around.
Yes.
Okay, so as you get up and go look around, there's some trees. Yeah, there's also a lot of like tall grass and things, like patches of tall grass, and there's some like little like structures off in the distance. But yeah.
Aster's going to turn to the group and point in the direction of where she sees like the buildings in the distance or the structures in the distance and say, does anybody want to go that way with me and go investigate?
Towards the fancy tree houses?
All right.
Yes. Yes, towards the fancy tree houses. Would you like to go with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
I mean,
like Hope rubs her eyes and like stands up.
Hope tries to wash out the
Yeah.
the water, but it's salt water,
It
so it
just
just burns
burns
more.
more, yeah.
Okay, so you're all going to move further inland, and so as you go, you see that it's not really multiple structures, or it is, but it's a little hut, and then a couple of like smaller little things, like probably like a tiny little storage hut. But like there's clearly like this is the hut, these are the small other huts that are not the living hut, you know what I mean? And you see a small little lizard folk, except most lizard folk are like 6 to 7 feet tall. This guy's like 4 foot, 5 foot tall.
It's a little lizard.
Yeah.
It's just a little guy. It's a lizard.
And he is farming right now. You see him like with tools and stuff, and he's just like tending to the dirt. And you see he's like watering it and stuff like that. And he's not paying attention to you. He hadn't even seen you.
Man, I wonder why these tree houses are so short.
Aster is going to make sure that none of her like weaponry is visible because she doesn't want to walk over looking like she's going to cause problems. But she's going to look at, the group and say, I'm going to go see if I can, I don't know, maybe make nice with the people who live here. And she walks towards him and just kind of like waves, like tries to call out early enough that it's not like I'm walking right up on top of you and then speaking. But she's going to say, excuse me. Hello, can I speak to you for a moment? We need help.
Oh, hello. And he turns around to face you, and he like readjusts his hat. He's got like a little straw hat, and
Yeah.
it's really cute.
Yeah.
Hello. What's going on? What can I do for you?
Howdy. We-
How do?
How-
What is that?
It's hello.
Oh. Hello.
Our ship crashed, and we don't
Oh,
exactly.
that was you?
Yeah, we don't exactly know where we are. I guess my first question is, can you tell me where we are?
Well, you're on an island. This is my home. This is, and he puts up his hands in a presentation. He goes, "This is Skubalville."
Scubaville?
Skubalville.
Scubalville.
Yeah.
Scubaville.
Skubalville.
Scubaville.
Skubalville.
Scubaville!
Scubaville.
Okay,
Yeah.
calm down. Okay, well, thank you. Is there any sort of passage off of this island?
I don't know. I've never left here before. I mean, I moved here when I was a little guy, and then after I was a little guy, I just grew up here, and I never really left because I like it here, and it's my own little, my little home. It's Skubalville. I have everything I need here.
Are you the only one here?
I mean, there's frogs and some other little guys that just run around, but some squirrels. We have squirrels. Those are cool. And he points, and there's a little flying squirrel that does a little cool jump, and he flies from one tree to the other. He's like, yeah. I mean, this is where I've always lived. And then there was some person I found the other day that's here, but I don't know. That's it. But they're either asleep or dead, but I'm not really sure.
Maybe you should take us to them.
Yeah, do they look like us?
No, you're all massive, and I am normal sized. And
No, the person you found, honey.
what do you mean? Do they look like you?
Are they big like us?
Are they?
No.
Or are they like you?
Are they?
No,
are they
they're-
short?
They're a little short guy, kind of like me. They're about my height. They're normal. They're not like you people.
Do they have red hair?
I don't know, actually. They're pretty dirty.
Can you take us to them?
Yeah, I guess. Come this way. Come to Scubal's house.
Can I call you Scoobs?
No. I don't do nicknames. This is Skubalville! And he
Thank
turns
you.
around and walks away from you. And he heads into what you can tell is the house hut.
I want our audio listeners to know every single time Jacob says Scuberville, he throws his arms dramatically into the air.
Skubalville!
Yep. He's an interesting fellow, isn't he?
I'd say so, yeah.
If he helps us get off this island, that's all that matters to me.
What if he found Indy?
I guess that's what we're going to find out.
I think he said a couple days ago. Well, could we have been unconscious for that long?
It's entirely possible.
I don't think we can fit inside his house.
Just crouch
Can
down.
we?
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to fit inside his house.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a small hut, but also it's him sized. He's only 4 or 5 foot tall, so you can
Okay.
duck down.
Just because
Okay.
Adam's shorter than me doesn't mean I can't fit in his dorm.
Yeah.
For our audio listeners, I am actually taller than Mitchell.
No, you're not.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Runo's only like 5'5".
So we all go into the hut. Yes?
Hut time.
I guess.
Okay, we have all entered the hut.
Yeah.
And as you enter the hut, it's huge inside.
Magic hut.
It's a magic hut.
Magic huts, yes.
Is this an Oscar the Grouch situation here? Of like his trash can
Magic
being like infinite in
huts.
size?
Yeah, basically.
We love it.
Do you by chance have island cookies?
What's a cookie? I don't know what a cookie is.
If you found the person that we thought that I think that you found, she'll show you.
Okay. Well, come on, right this way.
And he like continues to like scoot on down, and he like turns into a separate room, and there's just like a bed, and there's a body in it that's like covered.
I would like to go and lift the cover.
Okay. And
Slowly, very dramatically, very like we're in a movie type deal.
okay,
Very slow, very dramatic. The music is building up.
as Irit like pulls back the sheet, it's a very, very dirty Captain Indy.
Bless.
Captain Indy!
Captain Indy, wake up. It's time for cookies.
She's still alive.
On her deathbed, and all you care about is cookies.
Wait,
She tried to sell us.
Mostly saying it to him.
we have the potions of irrelevant healing, right?
Nobody knows they're irrelevant.
No.
The potions of healing, right?
Yes, we have healing potions.
Cut that part out, DM.
Huh?
Said cut that part out, DM.
Yeah.
We mentioned it in the last episode. But yeah.
Momentary metagame.
I guess it's time for me to get to work as a cleric. And I go over there
For
and I take out one of my small bottles of healing potion and I crack open her mouth and pour it in, and at the same time I'm putting secretly my other hand on her shoulder and I'm casting healing word.
Bravo. Bravo. I respect it so much.
That is beautiful.
So now I have to roll for that.
This is the type of thing that Hope uses for her commercials to sell the potions of irrelevant healing.
Hey, just remember, Hope was supposed to have never told a lie.
Oh, how the turntables.
And casting at, I'm just going to go ahead and cast it at level 1 just to wake her up, and that's a 4.
Man, hope
4.
that potion's effective.
4.
4 healing. She also gets 1 for the potion, but I need a coin for that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, okay, let's see.
It's a 1 and a 20.
Okay, so, yeah, it works.
Yay.
And she gets an extra. So she gets 5.
So she gets 5 hit points back. And so Captain Indy just goes, and then she burps a little bit, and a little bit of like seawater and stuff comes out of her mouth.
Captain Indy. It's time to cook. Or bake. Cookies.
Can you try rolling her over so she coughs up the rest of the water?
Hope here, help me hear it. Props her up on her side.
Prop her up, go to pap on the back, makes like burp like a baby.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
You're about to get a 1. Calling you now.
You actually punch through her lungs.
Let me look what my
both of us or just him?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You can roll one too.
Hey, I got a 16.
Okay, 16.
And that's a 13 for me.
13, perfect. Okay.
That's a lot
Yeah,
better than I
so
thought it was gonna
you're
be.
able to, hit her hard enough on the back that like the rest of the water comes up. And you're not sure how she survived what allegedly was a couple of days with this much water in her lungs, but you're not gonna question it.
She never tells.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Yeah, and then looks at you and she goes, "Oh, hey, thanks."
You're welcome. We have a mission, Captain Indy. We need to show this guy, this lizard lad, what a cookie is.
No, we don't. What happened to the ship?
I don't know. I remember falling, and then, yeah, here I am. I don't remember anything.
Well, that's great. Have you seen the rest of the crew since? Or is this your first time waking up fully?
Yeah, I haven't woken up to my recollection.
Well, that's great. So you can't remember anything?
No.
Oh, drat.
Can you remember anything?
Irit tries to think and is like,
I got nothing.
Irit has a -1 to his intelligence.
He rolled a 0 on his intelligence.
Irit actually loses a brain cell.
His
Only
last
one
remain-
left.
Aster is going to walk over to Skubal.
Yes, that's my name.
Aster is going to walk over to Skubal, and she's going to, out of her, pocket, she's going to give them like 5 gold pieces and say, thank you for taking care of her over the last couple of days.
Oh, well, that's okay. You can keep it. It's just the right thing to do. When a person falls on your house, you kind of just bring them inside and then you call it done.
Irit goes, okay, then takes
And then Aster just immediately is going to slap his hand as soon as he reaches for it and be like, do not do it. Do not.
slowly reaches for it again.
The next one is going to be bite. She's going to bite you the next time you try it.
Aster casts sword through the chest.
Irit then, looking good, just slides one more gold across the air to give.
Oh, no, that's okay. I really don't need anything. It's just the right thing to do. I'm good.
Okay, but we also want to say thank you. And this will help your farming, yes?
I live by myself.
So,
There's no one to trade with. I don't have any need for money.
look, just in case. Just keep it for a rainy day. Just in case. Just take it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Or do you have any, like, heavy lifting that needs to be done around here?
Yeah.
If you could get the records off of my island, that would be great. But it's a little big for me to do. So,
Hey, you helped us, we'll help you.
that would be great. Skubal appreciates that. Skubal can help you, but Skubal's not very big.
So, Skubal,
Yes.
what did you see when the ship went down?
I was asleep. And then I just heard it. So, I saw the back of my eyelids, which I have 2 of, because I'm a lizard.
All right.
So I saw the back of my eyelids,
Very insightful.
and then woke up, and then Skubal walked outside, and there was some stuff that was on fire in multiple pieces, and then this normal-sized person fell on my house, and so I brought them inside, and then I said, well, that happened, and then I went back to sleep and looked back at the back of my eyelids one more time.
Very descriptive.
Yes,
Yes.
I try.
How about we change and we go start getting the stuff off of School's Island. Let's go do that.
I'm something of a poet myself. Skubal likes the color green. He does not like anyone who is mean, and would appreciate it if you got the records off of his island. And Skubal cannot think of something else that rhymes with island.
Irit starts clapping.
Thank you.
And he does a little bow.
How long have you lived here by yourself?
Most of my life, so like, I don't know actually. There's not really a point of keeping track of time if you don't have anything else to do besides just, live.
Did you have any family or anything?
Yeah, one's a little guy.
Well, the only thing I can think to make this more constructive is that we gather all of the wood and we make some kind of floating ship and try to figure out where we're at and sail to this Talanthea place.
Ooh, Talanthea. That's fun. Why are you guys going there?
You know where it's at.
Yeah. I mean, Skubal's heard of it, yeah.
Okay.
Skubal's never been. It's on his bucket list, though. Skubal's like to do that before Skubal goes...
Before you croak.
Goes.
Yeah, before I go soda can.
What's a soda?
Wait, Skubal, do you know how to get to Talanthea?
I mean, yeah, you just gotta go under the water.
I feel like this is
it's
something we
underwater.
could work and talk about.
You didn't know Talanthea was underwater?
No, we assumed it was an island.
Like Antarctica? I mean, Atlantis?
You're keeping that. You're keeping that.
And that's where his -1 comes from.
like
You better say like
Are you,
Florida.
no, I was gonna say, are you?
Mitchell actually rolled a -1 for his own intelligence just then.
No, I was gonna say, are you from Earth? No, I'm from Michigan. That's Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's underwater. You didn't know that?
Well,
Not really.
now
Oh.
we have to build a sub.
What's
Like
a
a
sub?
sandwich?
Skubal,
The sandwich.
oh my God. Skubal, can
Yeah?
you get us to Talanthea?
Ooh, I mean, like I said, Skubal's never been, but Skubal does want to go, so he could try. You have to build something that could go underwater, like the thing that you set up on, but it would have to be better and not break. But I mean, I guess we could build one.
How far down is Talanthea from here?
Again, Skubal has never been to Talanthea, but I think when you see it, you'll know.
All right.
Yeah, so you guys want to go to Talanthea, I guess?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, you gotta figure out how to take whatever it was that you came here on and fix it into something that can go underwater.
Irit then bolts out of the room, yelling, "I'm gonna go grab my favorite board."
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll oversee the process of this.
Okay.
So let's go get the stuff, and then we can work from there.
Okay.
Well, does anybody know how to build one of these underwater ships?
Captain Indy, is that something you would know how to do or be able to help guide us to know how to do?
I mean, I can help, but
All right.
Well, they're useless.
We'll come back later. Let's go recover pieces from the ship. Let's go work on that.
Okay, let's go, guys.
And Skubal goes and he picks up what you would know is like, it looks like a backpack, but it's just a very unconventional backpack because it's just made out of boards. And he puts it on his back and he starts like walking, and he has a little walking stick and he's walking out to the coast.
All I can imagine is anytime you do something like involving Skubal, I just think about like Gex's character model just doing stuff like
Oh,
a
yeah,
like a PS1 badly rendered lizard walking around in this fantasy land.
Yeah, whenever you said that he was a lizard, my brain just immediately was Gex the Kicker.
Yes.
He doesn't look exactly like that, but yeah, similar vibes.
Nor does Gex sound like that.
We're walking and Aster purposely slows her stride. That way that she doesn't like accidentally outpace Skubal.
Oh, he's scooting.
Yeah. I'm like, is he scooting as fast as like the longest legs in the group are though?
Bro skittering.
Maybe. I don't know. He's just a little guy. So you're all approaching the shore, and Scoob like takes off his backpack and stuff and like sets it down and like starts pulling some things out. And he pulls out this little like bag, and he reaches inside and he pulls out like a big hacksaw, and he goes and starts walking towards like the bigger parts of the shipwreckage.
Irit has already found his favorite board.
Okay.
Runel follows after Skubal.
Okay.
So how do you want to chop this guy up? Do you want to like, what piece, like how many pieces do you need? Do you have like an idea of how you want to build it?
Does anyone even know how to build this underwater vehicle?
I mean, we need something that can store air in it,
Needs to.
and it needs to be sealed so that the water can't get in. It needs to be pretty sturdy too. And it looks like you have a lot of bit of metal and wood on the ship. So, I mean, it'll rust, but it should be able to get you there if you can just seal it with some metal and have the inside be wood.
Or, on top of this, does anybody is there a chance we could find one of the air elementals still alive and they could make an air pocket and that solves one of our issues?
Garrett kind of looks down at his hands, lights them on fire.
Do you think I could weld?
Yes, because you broke through the cage we were in.
I did that with acid.
But still, you might be able to.
I don't know.
Kind of like still looking at his hands.
I have faith in you. Skubal,
Yes.
exactly how big is this island again?
It's you mean Skubalville?
Yeah, Skubalville.
Skubalville's pretty big. I mean, for a guy like me, Skubalville's all I could ever need.
Okay.
I mean, it takes me about an hour to walk from one side to the other.
An hour to walk from one side to the other.
Yeah.
Okay. On the off chance that there is maybe someone still unconscious on this island, you didn't happen to see anybody else or go to one side and back and maybe see anybody?
No, I haven't even come out here to this.
Okay.
But this is my first time coming out here.
Okay. I'm going to go walk the shoreline and see if there's maybe anybody else still unconscious. Silently praying to whatever God may or may not still exist that there is. If anybody would like to join, you're welcome, but I'm going to go do that just in case because that might help. So.
Do you want to roll investigation?
Sure. 17.
Okay, so we'll say that you're able to find 6 people unconscious. 2 are along the shore, and then 4 are kind of scattered among the wreckage. And yeah, they don't appear to be in great shape, but they do appear to be alive.
Fantastic. Are they all in relative shape enough to walk back with me, or do I need to bring people to help me get everybody all back to the same place?
I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
So they're fine.
Saw that.
You can wake them up, drag them to the shore one by one, and then after like an hour or 2, they'll be fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I found some of the crew. Do I recognize any of them as like the air elementals?
No, all these are just regular crew members.
Okay.
These are not any of the flight team.
So useless.
Hey, more people to do more work.
Okay.
More hands require less lift.
We can get them to build the ship instead of us.
No, you are the most ship person here. You are going to help build this ship.
You're the most
No,
ship
I meant.
person
No,
here.
here's the thing. I just didn't want y'all touching this ship. Saying y'all with a British accent's weird. I just didn't want you all to touch the ship.
Garrett just like puts his hand on Ronel's face.
Rona tries licking it to get it off. Oh, no, you just hear.
Please put your hands off my face.
Garrett continues. He goes,
Well, okay, so how do we want to do this?
Well, I can get these people up faster. I will just pray to my gods really quickly.
The gods that have abandoned us.
Will you give it a rest about the gods?
Ooh, the gods. You know those guys?
Since I'm gonna do a prayer of healing, so up to 6
Unfortunately.
creatures.
Ooh.
Prayer
I
of
haven't
healing.
seen them in a while, but they're cool.
Prayer of healing. Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus spellcasting. I'm assuming this is after Aster came and told us that there were people that were alive.
Cool.
And how many people are there?
6.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to hit all 6 of them.
he goes,
I need one person to protect my favorite plank.
then I'll do some more stuff.
Well,
Aster opens her bag.
So I was about to
says-
tell Skubal to just put it in Skubal's backpack, but yeah.
Aster opens her bag and says, "You can put it in here."
It'll be protected?
Yes.
You promise?
Yes.
Okay. Slowly but surely, he puts his favorite plank. He watches the name Irit go in the bag.
And it just disappears in what is actually a small looking bag.
It's a
Clo-
black hole.
She closes the bag and then puts it back under her jacket.
Irit would like to go and lift things and bring them wherever everyone is putting stuff.
Cool.
Assuming that's 14 health for everybody.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Days-
so
days awake.
they all start to slowly regain consciousness. They still are going to need a little bit, kind of like you guys did whenever you were waking up. But yeah, they're okay now.
We're gonna have
Or a
to
little
burp
bit
all of them.
No.
Cool.
For the sake of saving time.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, so
Irit is going and collecting all of the different things and lifting them and putting them in whatever pile we're putting them in.
okay.
Ruinel's guiding the efforts on, like, cutting everything up,
Okay.
stitching it, like not stitching, but like nailing everything together.
Okay.
Yeah, essentially just the actual process of building the ship itself.
Cool. So as you're going through all the wreckage, who is going through the wreckage? Irit? Irit, why don't you go ahead and roll me an investigation check real quick, or a perception? Why don't you roll a perception? Sorry.
You got it.
Oh, nat 20, baby.
Yeah. It's the
Plus
first.
perception or plus investigation?
I think it was perception.
Perception, yeah. Sorry.
Plus perception? That's like a 25.
Okay. Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
the first nat 20 of the day. The first player nat 20 of the day.
You're able to find actually one of the the cages that holds the air elemental, basically. Then it looks like probably when whatever incident happened, whenever the ship caught on fire, it probably went inside of its cage to protect itself, and has not come back out.
What up, homie? Glad to hear.
It's in like a cage, probably about. It's probably about a cubic foot cage, but it's not a cube.
Would Irit need to like rip the lock off or anything? Or
You
just,
can open it and he can come out, but also
He could escape.
I mean he's not gonna
I was
escape.
gonna
He's
say,
not
I'm
gonna
pretty
leave,
sure
but
they're friendly. Towards
yeah.
us.
But you would probably be wise to keep the cage with you as well. Don't throw away the cage. Is my point.
Okay,
But yeah,
I'm
you can open it. Yeah.
gonna open it and also after it gets out, we're gonna drag the cage.
Okay. Cool.
I just imagine a Tweety bird sized cage.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. It's more of like a capsule situation. But yes.
It's a Pokeball.
You want to help
No.
me move stuff?
And as you hear him moving around, he just lifts a couple of planks and they start floating and following you.
Awesome. Whenever Irit finally goes back out to where other people sees him, before they see the air elemental, I want to be yeah. Irit, has his fingers up to his forehead, and just the Force, or for copyright reasons,
The mind powers.
Ooh, that's fancy. That's a cool trick.
while doing this stuff, could on the side I be training magnitude for just kind of using it every so often to help me lift stuff and jazz,
Sure.
and we consider it training.
Yes.
So that actually tracks.
So as you're putting it together, and then Skubal goes back into his little tool bag, and he just starts throwing out stuff that you guys need, hammers, saws, things like that to help you along your journey. And as he's doing that, he pulls out more stuff out of his backpack. So you see some coins go flying, a ring, a t-shirt, or not a t-shirt, but a shirt, a couple other things like that as he's trying to get all his stuff out.
All right, can I look at the
T-shirt.
T-shirt, please?
T-shirt cannon.
Yeah, sorry, it wasn't a t-shirt, but yeah, he throws a shirt out. It would, I guess, it would essentially be a t-shirt.
I want to grab the shirt.
Okay. Yeah, so you pick it up, and it's a brown shirt, and it says, stitched on it, it says, he's just a little guy.
I put the shirt on.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll me an Arcana check with advantage?
Okay.
Can Aster pick up the ring?
Beat me.
Sorry.
I got a 19 minus 1. I got an 18.
Okay, so
Okay.
as you put the shirt on, you
Please tell me it
feel
makes him
something.
small.
Huh?
I said, please tell me it makes him small.
That would have been cool. But as you put the shirt on, you feel something like staring at you.
Something staring at me?
Yeah. Roll. Why don't you say like a investigation check?
They get to say roll for initiative.
The way that would scare me.
I got a 12 minus 1, 11.
Okay, it's better than a 10. We'll count it. There's a ferret looking at you standing up.
The ferret?
A ferret.
Is it a real ferret? Like,
Does anyone else see that ferret?
Do we see the
Do
ferret?
you see the ferret?
I guess go ahead and roll for perception because
Ro-
he's like asking to look for it.
Ronell's still with the crew. They're singing sea shanties in the back.
19.
Yes, you see the ferret.
Per-
Look. Hope
Chelsea's
we
like-
got the roll that it exists.
10.
Okay, yeah, everyone can see the ferret. The ferret's there,
Yes,
What's
you're
your name, ferret?
and you can hear him, and he says, "Oh, I don't know why I'm giving him a voice. Because he doesn't have a voice, but like in your head you hear like I don't have a name."
I henceforth call you Terry.
Called it. All right. And he just like looks at you and he like says like he doesn't say anything. He just like nods at you and then like scuttles up and like sits on your shoulder.
I love him.
And
Seems about to
so
betray us. I'm calling it now.
so in your like inventory, you can go ahead and put the item is called He's Just a Little Guy.
Sorry. I just got really excited.
And basically, what this shirt does is that whenever you wear it, it attunes to you, and it like psychologically links you to a ferret, similar to how a familiar works.
Yeah.
Except like a familiar like can be like summoned and like sent away and stuff. Like from what I remember, a familiar is not necessarily physical all the time. This is like it works like a familiar, except like he doesn't go away, and you don't have to wear the shirt all the time. But as long as you have,
What if I want to just keep wearing the shirt?
you can keep wearing the shirt.
I'm
There's-
gonna wear this shirt.
there's nothing.
The
yeah.
shirt just says he's just a little guy, right?
Yeah, but it like the item is called He's Just a Little Guy. The shirt says he's just a little guy, like LIL. Little guy.
I imagine like
just becomes an undershirt.
I was like, imagine
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
gonna be
it's like
his
a
new shirt.
neon green shirt with black text, like black bold text.
No. It's just
For our artists, you know that undershirt that Irit has? That's the new undershirt. He's never
Okay.
taking it off.
there's also in these things that he's throwing out. Also, as you do that, as you go to like pick up and put it on, Skubal looks at you and says,
Well, just help yourself, I guess. Jeez.
What would you like for it?
Well, I don't know. You could at least ask.
I'm sorry, I hyperfixated on it, man.
And it says, do you have some more of that coin stuff you gave me? I'll take some of that, I guess.
Yes, how much would you like?
I don't know. How much is this?
and he holds up what you gave him beforehand, which I think was like 5 or 6. But he
That's 6.
Totaled 6 because I gave him 5.
And then I gave him 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Garrett, what if that was his only friend on the island?
He's my friend now.
What, how
He's
does,
so adorable, don't you see him?
Yes, I see him.
how's 70 more of these things? How does that sound?
70
Perfect.
more gold. Hear it.
That would be good. I do like that shirt, but I never wear it. It's not really my size.
Does it fit me perfectly? Or
it's,
like
it's a little bit bigger than you are, but like it's clearly designed for a medium-sized, over 5 foot humanoid, and not
very
a little.
much not gonna rip whenever I magnitude?
Yes, correct.
I had picked up the ring.
Okay. He said, whoa. It's not free for all. It's not
No,
free for all.
I didn't want you to lose it in the sand.
Oh,
Stupid
thank
noodle.
you. Well,
What does it look like, though?
It's just like a little silver ring.
Here you go.
oh, okay. And he
Sets it down with like next to his bag. Yeah.
What does it do?
I want to put it on so bad, but I've done that in the past in other games and then I did so badly. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can I retcon just being like as I'm like handing it back to him, just like kind of like trying it on like whatever finger it fits on.
it grows and adapts to whatever finger you put it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I feel any different?
Roll an Arcana check.
13.
So as you do it, you feel that the ring's on your finger. And I don't mean like you feel that it's on your finger.
It's
Like
on
you
there.
like in
Has
your
little
head
teeth.
feel that it's on there.
Okay.
Its little teeth are biting your finger, but like in a not bad way.
Interesting. And she goes to take it off.
Okay. And you still know where it is. Like you still feel it connected to you. But
that's
it's
weird.
not on your finger anymore.
Okay, cool. It's a demon. Okay. And then she gives it to Skubal. She
And
said, "That's an interesting piece of jewelry, Skubal." And she gives it back to him.
He says, "Thank you."
and he like as you like take it off your finger and hand it back to him, he puts his hand through it and it resizes to a bracelet. And as he
Do I
walks
still feel it though, even
as-
though somebody else is wearing it?
as he walks away from you and you like turn around, you know exactly where he is without having to look at him.
Now I'm like, does he know where I am though? We're all connected. Oh God. Okay. It's giving me hive mind flashbacks.
Creepy.
It's fine.
Yeah, so there's other stuff on there. There's a little coin. There was that. There's some boots. Yeah, and then the shirt, and then his bag that he's been using, his handbag that he's been using.
I'm pretty sure he's on this island by himself so far, as from what I can tell. So in Hope's head, he would fit the poor category, so she's not going to touch any of his stuff.
That's classist. He got a ferret. Did you see? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Ira is like playing with Terry right now.
Little T.
Yeah, little T.
Little T.
He's he's like has his arms kind of out in a circle, and he's just like the ferret's just running around.
Cute. So this ship we're trying to build, or the submarine we're trying to build, how's that going?
We haven't started yet.
What are you talking about? I mean, Ruinell was with the other dudes actually like putting it together and stuff.
Ronell, you finished the ship yet?
Meanwhile, in the background, it's just you just hear the sailors going, "My mother told me," just singing sea shanties in the back while working.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a d20 straight?
Oh dang!
14 straight.
Okay, so your 14, or your whatever 14 to 20 is, whatever that is to 100%. Let's see. Hold on.
Wait, so just divide 14 out of 20.
You are 70% of the way done with the ship.
Yep. All right. So wait, so did Aster call out to Ruinell or?
Yes,
Okay.
she definitely looked at you and said, "Hey, how's that shipbuilding going?
It's going all right so far.
Is it done?
Not yet.
Why not? Aren't you supposed to be really good at this or something?"
Do you not realize that shipbuilding takes time?
I know I do. You just seem to really think real highly of yourself, so I figured your skills would match that.
It hasn't been the rest of the episode yet.
Would you like to come down? Would you like to come down here and work on this yourself?
I mean, I found the people who are helping you.
Fair. but would you like to draw this out? Would you have liked to figure out how to work on such a project with scraps?
Ruinel, roll a d20 for me.
Brunel's crashing out right now.
That's not a d20. This is a d20.
And not gonna lie, Astrid definitely purposely helped.
14 again.
Okay, so as Ruinel's doing all this, whenever she says the part about planning it out, she points to the ground, and there was an entire elaborate schematic that was drawn with a stick in the sand. And whenever she does it, whenever she like hits to point at it, like part of it just gets like blown in the sand.
We've been building this from a cave full of a bunch of scraps. And just got like the wind blowing.
Tony Stark
Build this in a cave
with a box of scraps.
Yeah, is there a Tony Stark equivalent in this?
Me?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, but would we know their name?
No, probably not.
It's no. It's Anthony Stank.
Anthony Stank
On it,
built this in a cave
honestly,
with scraps.
Othelian's probably pretty Tony.
Othelian.
Othelian Stank built this in a cave.
Listen, again, she has great and really bad choice in men.
Coming
What-
soon
what did I
to
say?
our merch store in probably like a million episodes, if we ever actually get there. A shirt that says "Good taste in men" or "Good taste in drip, bad taste in men" or
Yes.
something like
I was
that.
gonna say, like,
whatever that quote
whatever
was.
Adam said
Yeah.
in episode 3 or 4, I think.
You think I won't make that shirt? I totally will.
Yeah.
Mark my words. I will make an action figure of Othelian with the great drip.
Runel, you seem to be having a bit of an emotional moment. Do you need to take a breath?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would you like some help?
Yes.
Irrit. We may need you to weld some stuff.
Okay.
I don't know what you two can do.
Roll for weld.
Roll for weld. Wait for it.
Irrit,
Okay,
yeah.
Irrit.
Let's roll d20
I was gonna
straight.
say, yeah, just
Please do not burn the ship down.
Fire. Oh.
that's a 3.
Okay. Yeah, the metal is melting, but you're not getting anywhere with it. Like you're able to start. The metal is not as hard anymore. It's a little bit more malleable, but you're not able to like do anything with it.
Is that really all you can do?
Well, I could try again.
Yes, Irrit, you can roll again.
Thank you. Terry, may I get an assist?
Is that something familiar can do? Is just a help action?
Yes, but you would have to figure out a way to help him not burn his hands.
No, he's considering the ferret.
And
No,
how are you trying to get him to help? I will allow him to help action. How are you?
He's just like sitting on the top of my arm, giving me encouraging.
He's just going.
Give me encouragement.
He's just doing 2 thumbs up.
It just makes me feel better more than anything.
Sure. So Terry like walks to the edge of your arm and like sits down and gives you like. Do ferrets have little like opposable thumbs?
I think so. No, it reminds me of like the Love, Death, and Robots episode.
No, ferrets do not have thumbs. They use their teeth. Trying to look at ferret hands.
That's not something you hear every day.
Okay, so instead of giving you a thumbs up, he throws his hands up. There's this picture.
Like the first one whenever you Google ferret hands.
Cute.
That one? Yeah. So his hands just go
Straight up
on
in
either
the-
side of his head, and he's like trying to hype you up.
I got an 18 as my highest roll. Just
Okay,
straight.
yeah. So you're able to start putting you have 2 pieces of metal, and you're able to start joining them, and it looks like a pretty good join.
This is the power of Terry.
And he just goes. Sorry, for context, I raised my hands like the little ferret picture.
The little ferret just has his hands in the air like he just don't care, but he does in fact care because he's helping me.
Yes.
All right, that's a good weld.
So
Now
are,
keep doing it.
are there any like coconut trees or anything?
There's a few, yeah.
Yeah. So Hope is going to go and break up coconuts for everybody that's working hard because she already did her job, which was wake everybody up.
Okay.
Can I just play music on my fiddle?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Rad. I'm also going to participate in the good vibes.
Okay, and as you start playing music, Skubal like walks over to his bag, and there's a pair of boots, and he walks over and he throws them at you, Aster. Not like aggressively, but just like tosses them to you.
What are these?
Oh, put these on. Hold on. I think it'll help you out.
What are those?
Okay. And she slips into the boots.
Okay. And so as you start putting them on, what are you playing currently? Like what instrument?
The fiddle.
So as you're putting the boots on, and you're playing your fiddle, like you start hearing like a tambourine and a drum and various other instruments start to back you.
This is so cool. Aster just kind of looks at Skubal and just kind of nods, like in a thank you, and she just goes full on into the song and just trying to bring everybody up.
And Skubal just like nods back and
yeah.
starts doing a little jig.
Oh, yay! Yeah, she kind of starts dancing with him too. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine Terry's like dancing on
Yeah.
Eric's shoulder, or as much as a ferret can dance.
Are these things I get to keep, DM?
Yeah, you can have that one.
Okay.
Yes, you can have the boots.
Okay, thank you.
I will send them to you.
Is it sea shanty time?
You're making a little bit slower progress initially because everyone's just kind of like trying to relax and have a good time. And Captain Indy comes, up to the shore, and she's cleaned herself up a little bit. She's a little less dirty. She's kind of washed some of the sand and mud and stuff off of her, and she's standing there and she's just smiling like she's proud. And she joins in on the festivities a little bit and tries to, do her fair share of the work, trying to like pick up some planks and help get them into place and things like that.
Indy, look, it's Terry the ferret.
Terry the fairy.
And then like, here goes.
Terry, go say hi to Indy.
And just,
Okay, and so so Indy kind of like kneels down and like extends her hand for Terry to like say hello. Yeah. And so she like gives Terry like a little scritchy on the neck and like sends him back to keep doing what he's doing. And then she like picks back up the like plank that she was carrying or whatever and like keeps walking to help. Still kind of like doing a little jig as she's walking, keeping up with the music.
What time of day is it now?
It's evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ruinel, why don't you go ahead and roll us another d20 to see how the ship's coming along? Actually, roll us what was the...
It was 14. That was the last roll.
14. Why don't you roll us a d6?
can you read that one?
Yes. I know how to read.
All right. Well, whenever it lands on a 6 and you say 3, that's a 6.
Great.
All right,
We're
Ruin.
done.
I was about to say, yeah, you can go ahead and announce that like you're putting in the last pieces or whatever.
Dude, someone answered the phone. I called that.
Doing some hammering. All right then. Okay, so it's already like nightfall by the time, right?
It's still evening. Like
It's still
the sun
evening.
is not quite setting, but it's about to. It's probably like a
Golden
nice.
hour.
Yeah. It's probably a little bit before
Golden
that.
hour.
It's probably about, if we're considering golden hour at like 7:30, it's probably about like 5:30. So it's a little bit before that. But it's starting to look nicer outside.
I imagine Terry kind of like starts going over the neck of your like a scarf kind of.
Oh, if Ruinel climbs on top of the ship and does like the Politrese like sword. I haven't. I'm kidding. Okay. No. Ruinel is doing like a run through of like the ship, kind of going through, making sure everything looks good so far.
Okay.
Like checking the rudder that they kind of scrapped together. Checking the welds, making sure they're all good and stuff. Before finally turning and look at that crew, it says, "All right then, you all are done. Go rest up, get some food, get some water, get some rest. Because come morning, we're gonna be running this thing down all the way into Talanthea, and I don't think we're gonna be able to come back until we get to there, or if we have to make a return trip to bail out. So please, go get some rest, and yeah, I'll see you all in the morning. Good job.
Can I like grab a bottle of like
Wine.
alcohol just out of my bag and just like break it against the side? I don't have champagne.
We have to
It's a
christen
the
it. We have to
christening-
give it
Yeah,
a
you have
name.
to
The
christen the
christening.
ship.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right.
She just randomly pulls it out and goes.
All right. Time to come up with a name for this thing.
We'll do it in the morning. Good night.
Ronell just stays by the like throughout the night. Ronell just stays by the ship, just like writing down different names. Like
So, are y'all going back inside to sleep, crash for the night?
Yes.
I'm gonna say
Long
yes.
rest?
long rest.
I don't see why not.
You already have the effects of a long rest. You haven't burned anything, so no.
I have.
She has
Yet.
though.
Special.
She has though.
I have.
Oh, fine. You can all get a long rest. And so as you enter Skubal's house, he goes like, here! And he like throws his hands up, and it just keeps getting taller, and it makes like more stories, so that everyone has a room and a bed to sleep.
Irit takes Terry out back to make sure he needs to go to the bathroom, or he goes to the bathroom before we go to bed.
Terry is very appreciative of the potty break, and then comes back inside.
Irit goes up to Skubal and says,
Do you by chance have any ferret food or anything a ferret could eat?
Oh,
What did you usually feed this ferret?
I haven't been feeding the ferret.
What?
I've never seen the ferret before.
Let me introduce you. This is Terry.
Hello, Terry. How are you?
I imagine like Terry responds, but only to where I can hear it, because only I can hear it.
Okay.
And then I kind of turn and say, do you want me to translate what he's saying?
Sure. What?
He wasn't saying anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry for this is just I looked up what ferrets eat in the wild. Ferrets are actually yes, they are.
They're carnivorous.
They eat small mammals such as rabbits, mice, rats, and other rodents. However, they're very opportunistic hunters and will also eat other species such as fish, birds, reptiles, and sometimes even insects.
Do you have a fishing rod by chance?
Shit, what's that?
Do you have a stick, string, and a hook?
Oh, yeah, this?
And he hands you what you would know as a fishing rod. He just didn't have a name for it.
Back in my land, we call this a fishing rod.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a very good name. Yeah, here, you can borrow this.
And then Terry's gonna, or Irit is going to, Irit and Terry are going to go out to the ocean
Okay.
and try to fish up some fish for Terry.
Cool. And go ahead and roll a d20, I guess.
This
Roll for
is
fish.
not gonna get confusing at all with names. Got a natural 7.
Nice. You get like a couple, but you know.
Just enough for Terry to be satisfied.
It'll last you a couple days.
Weird.
Yeah. And so is everyone gonna go ahead and crash out?
I assume that everyone has their own room.
Everyone has their own room. Yeah, that's
Okay.
whenever you hit the.
Okay, so this is probably going to be the first time in several days that Hope has been in a room by herself, and she's going to lay down and cry.
You just hear to the house.
I miss my mom.
She's still going on about it.
Can Aster also take a moment to? I wouldn't really necessarily call it praying per se, but just kind of meditating, and just trying to reach out to each parent individually. Like in her mind, just because she knows at least what at least one of them is.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, actually, retconning that a little bit, just her mom. So she's going to try to just sit like on the floor of, Skubal Dooble's house, magic place. And just kind of cracks her neck, takes a couple breaths, and goes, Mom, I don't really know why I'm here and how this is going to help. But if you can help us get to this magic underwater place tomorrow without any trouble and back, I would really appreciate it. And that's just it. She's going to see if she feels anything, but she's not really expecting a reply.
Okay, so
Or any sort of anything that indicates that it was received, but she's just kind of hoping. There's a hope there somewhere.
roll me and just roll me a d20. Straight d20.
2.
Okay, so as you close your eyes and you're sitting there and, kind of taking a moment, like in your mind, you can see like the outline of a figure, but it vanishes just as quickly as it showed up.
Okay. Yeah, Aster will stand back up and just get into bed and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Mildly disappointed.
I would also like to do something before I go to bed.
Go ahead.
So
Wait, you just went on a fishing trip.
this is just it's a bit. I
Okay.
promise.
Okay.
You and me go fishing in the dark.
So whenever Irit and Terry get back into Irit's room, Irit goes,
Now, I have something to show you, Terry.
he kind of puts Terry on the bed. Is like,
What you're seeing now is my normal state.
then he goes into magnitude 1.
This is magnitude. And this is to go even further beyond.
He goes all the way to magnitude 7 just to show Terry.
Okay. Roll your damage.
I was about
Not
to say,
you purposely burning all of these because you know you're about to get a long rest.
He burns health. He doesn't actually burn. It's not a usage. He can do it as many times as he wants, which is cool. But it
Statement still
slowly
stands,
kills him, yeah.
like,
No, he actually just burns himself alive.
like you know you're about to get a long rest.
Well, I also just wanted to show Terry. I took 14 damage.
And so as you do that, Terry kind of goes. He like squeaks at you. I don't know if ferrets squeak. Terry squeaks. So as
Party on.
as you do that, he like touches you, and then he goes, and he like sticks his arm out. He stands up, and he starts glowing a little bit.
What?
And then he like just sits back down, and he like looks at you.
It's Rocket Raccoon.
Not only did you get a ferret friend, you got a magical ferret friend. Hey. So exciting. Dun, dun, dun. I'm so excited.
And so Terry's gonna actually. He just curls up in a little ball and goes to sleep.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so adorable.
Yeah.
I love him.
Bruno, anything?
Ruinell was just kind of like writing down potential shit names because actually for once she feels something of like peace because it kind of harkens back to when she was younger and actually like back at House Tarsus with like the crew back then. Something akin to nostalgia / melancholy, but yeah, right now she's working on writing down different names and stuff like that.
Reminds her of simpler times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I like that. All right. And so everyone goes to sleep and wakes up feeling very refreshed. And yeah, it's morning. So what's the crew gonna do?
Irit's gonna come out of his room, find Runel.
You'll never believe what happened last night.
Ruinell's like she's still waking up, but she's like already like in her mind she's like it's already it's barely like 8 a.m. It's already starting like this.
You will not believe it.
What?
Terry used magnitude. He copied me.
Who's Terry?
Then Terry pops out from on top of Irit's shoulder.
This is Terry.
So you're telling me that thing burst into a fireball?
Like blue, but kinda, yeah. But dude, I could not believe my eyes. I was so happy.
I'm very, very happy for you.
Thank you.
Hey, then Irit then high fives Terry.
Terry high fives you back.
Hey, Ruinell's like it's like it's you know, it's already starting out like this, but also like, why not? You know, Ruinell goes to check the ship again, kind of doing another run through because you know it was built in a cave with a bunch of scraps.
How many times are we gonna reference Iron Man 1?
Enough.
Too many.
My turn. All right. And then yeah.
Did you ever figure out the freezing problem?
What freezing? Is that? I feel like that's gonna come into relevancy later today. No, Jacob, don't look at me like that.
I don't know. Y'all are giving me ideas.
All right. Okay. All right. Time to name this thing. Wait. Do you two want to go ahead and do all stuff before we deal with the democratic process of naming this thing?
I have nothing to do.
Okay.
Hope walks out of her room, rubbing her eyes. Her eyes are all puffy. Rubs her eyes. What are we doing?
All right. Time to name this thing. All right. So I've got a few names that I've thought of. So the first one is the Hakaskalda, which translates to hacking shellfish. We have one that I'm very fond of, the Leviathan's Wrath. And then we have the ship that I'm fond of, On Borrowed Wings. Like let's see how they fly on borrowed wings. And then the White Glint.
What does Indy want to name the ship? She's the captain.
I put it together.
The friend sub, not sub.
The friends of not sub.
Communist sub, not sub.
Yeah, communist, not communist, sub, not sub. No, Captain Indy goes, and she goes and gets inside the sub. And she's gonna go take a nap, waiting for you all.
I vote for the Leviathan.
The Leviathan's Wrath.
I vote for Leviathan's Wrath. That sounds cool.
Yeah, let's do it. We already broke the bottle. Let's go.
Asta, any objections or any suggestions?
No.
All right then. Welcome to the Leviathan's Wrath. Time to get into the ship and hope it gets us to Talanthea. So, Rona gets in the ship. How do you want to say the ship is as big as the communist friendship sub not sub, or?
It's a lot smaller.
Okay, I'm making sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, because I was like, this thing is scraps, so I don't know how big it's gonna be now.
It's
It
significantly
was built on
smaller.
a beach made of scraps.
Yeah, it's significantly smaller. So Skubal kind of looks at you all and he goes,
Did you guys think about how you're gonna get it off of the shore and into the water?
Well,
Iridan looks at the air elemental.
lean.
Aster just looks at Irit.
It
Alright.
looks at the air elemental.
and the air elemental goes, and he's able to like kind of lift it a little bit, but not as
All right.
We'll do this together.
Everybody lift!
And
Lean.
on 3. 1, 2, 3. Here!
Okay, and so I guess everyone who's helping roll a strength check.
I got a nat 1.
All right. 4 plus 2, 6.
7 plus 4, 11.
Which, by the way, turns into a 0 because I have a -1 strength. So Hope is
What'd you
just
get?
pushing on it.
7.
She's leaning on it, and that's it.
Hope actually gets crushed. She everyone picks it up and then drops it on Hope's foot.
Everyone try again. 1, 2, 3.
Whenever he goes try again, it kind of goes, 1 second, cracks his knuckles. I would like the magnitude too.
Okay, go ahead.
I cannot help. My foot is broken.
I didn't say it was broken. It just landed on your foot and it hurt a lot. I'm not gonna make you break it, but
Okay.
it's gonna be bruised.
It's just like a slapstick, like an anvil falls on it.
Like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, or like Tom and Jerry.
The piano did not miss me. I got a 7.
14 plus 2, 16.
All right, I got a 12.
And
And I'm
Aster
also-
is not helping.
All right,
She
and
rolled a 7, dog.
you didn't try again.
13.
All right, we'll say that you're able to get it. It's rough, but you're able to get it into because Ruinel got a 16, right?
Yeah, he's got a 16.
Yeah.
I do the heavy lifting here.
So we'll say that you're able to get it It's more of a push into the water than a lift into the water, but you're able to get it into the water a little bit.
Is anyone in there?
Indy's in the ship. That's why it's heavy.
No, we just needed to get it
Captain
in
Indy
enough.
pops out her head out of the top and goes,
What are you trying to say?
It's
No.
the weight of her expectations.
the unbearable weight of massive talent.
No, it was like getting it enough. It was like starting to get it to where it starts sliding in, and then we just rush in and jump in. Sorry.
Okay. And Skubal goes,
What, guys, don't take off yet. Hold on.
and he runs back to his hut, and he takes his hut and he puts it in his backpack, and then he seals up his backpack and he runs and he gets inside the sub with you guys, the Leviathan's Wrath.
Yeah.
Skubal, I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
If somebody were in the hut
Yeah.
and then you put it in your bag,
Yeah.
could they still breathe?
Yeah, it's not airtight, so yeah, air can get in between the dimensions.
Fabulous. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yes, Irit is concerned.
And so as y'all get in there, Skubal crawls into his like back into his backpack or whatever to go like inside his hut, and he brings out like a couple of other things, and Ruinel, he hands you the handbag that he'd been using, and I'll tell you that it's called the Handyman's Handbag, and it's a magical bag that the user can pull any sort of construction tool out of, and it has to be era appropriate, or you can argue it with me.
I cast a gun.
No, construction tool was the rule.
Nail
on it.
gun.
I cast a drill.
Era appropriate.
I cast a drill.
No, era appropriate. But yeah, so he gives that to you.
Sure, you might use this going forward. And plus, my house is pretty much done, and this is the first time I've ever had to use this, and now that we're like here, I don't really have a use for it anymore, so here you go.
And then Hope, he hands you a coin, and it has a C, and it looks like two, like almost like it's got like
It's
the
like the
dollar sign lines
Pound
through
symbol?
it. No.
like a-
It's like a C with like two lines going through it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called the Crit Coin, and it looks like a physical version of a Bitcoin, but it can be used once a day. On heads, you get a critical success, and on tails, you get a critical fail.
He says, here, have this. I'm decluttering.
And then he like walks over to Aster.
He says, here.
And he throws you the bracelet, and it shrinks into a ring as it flies towards Aster.
Why
Nice
are you giving this to me?
I'm downsizing, and y'all are taking me on the coolest vacation I've ever had because I've lived on Skubalville my entire life, and so I had to pack Skubalville up and bring it with me. So that's a pretty cool opportunity, and so yeah, so I'm just downsizing a little bit so I can keep moving and grooving and yeah.
And we kind of
Thank you.
also need you to show us where the Talanthea is.
Okay, yeah. And so he goes, and he points. I believe that is the way we go.
And you can see there's a like glow coming from the bottom of the ocean.
Has that been there this whole time?
What?
Could we have seen that from the shoreline?
No, I mean
It's deep underwater.
it's deep underwater. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
now that you're underwater, you can see it. but
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's pretty hard to see.
Even with dark vision.
Which I do in fact have.
Yeah, and it's very, very dim.
Okay. Oh my God. I think there's a lot more to you than you were letting on, friend.
More than meets the eye.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. I don't know, man, but I think it's time for a road trip.
And he throws his hands up in the air. Woo! And we'll pick up next time on Beyond the Gates.
Beyond the Gate Z.
Next time on Beyond the Gates.
This episode of Beyond the Gates features Adam Baeza as Ronel Tarsis, Mitchell Caldwell as Irid Hardstar, Bryleigh Myers as Aster Laveau, and Chelsea Willis as Hope Bride's Shadow. This episode was written and edited by Jacob Breaux, produced by Jesse Adkins. Hey, I think that's me, right? With the main theme composed by Stephen Matherne. If you like our show, please share it with a friend and rate us on your listening platform. Our next episode will drop on March 26th, so stay tuned and we'll see you then.
That was actually really crisp.
Really good.
Where the hell did you come from? Sorry, that's getting cut out.
No, that's getting kept for another day.
That's gonna be the end of the episode.